Hi, I'm MC, and I'm doing a deck profile on my Cosmo deck today. Um, I know like most people will usually do their freaking smaller monsters first to start out with, but I totally like didn't even think about that when I freaking put these cards together, and I'm not gonna shuffle them, or I'm not gonna freaking organize them back the other way. So I'm starting with the top monsters, and then going down, and then going on to the spells and traps. Fuck, I hope this isn't really that shaky. I need to get a tripod. Okay, so you got two Dark Destroyer. Or not Dark Destroyer, freaking Dark Clipser. Uh, the reason Dark Destroyer's not in here is because when I bought the card, uh, the person apparently didn't send it. So that happened. So until I get my Dark Destroyer, I'm just gonna play these two Dark Clipsers for now, and then I've tacked in other cards to kind of help me with that. Okay, so we got three Forerunner. Also, kind of because of the fact that I don't have the Dark Destroyer, and plus he like floats. Nice to have three of them in there. Float down to a smaller ship. Not that bad. What do we got next? So we got like three Slip Rider. Since he's like your MST of the deck, pretty much. Get him out on the field, and he's a nice big beater. It'd be really nice if he couldn't be targeted by card effects, but hey, only only some monsters can do that. So, and then we got the two Cosmo Dark Lady. I actually find that she comes in handy a lot. A lot of people I think play her at one, but I don't know. I feel like she really comes in handy a lot. Like, uh, yeah, like just negating your opponent's monsters effects is so handy. And then if you have uh, Forerunner on the field too, then boom, you can get your life points back from the negation, and just keep cycling from there. Uh, so yeah, I like playing her too. Um, Shit, I grabbed an extra card. So I play two Wicked Witch because sometimes you just need to stall on the field, and it's also nice just going for like a 1900 attack. With her not being able to strip a battle or card effects, attack your opponent directly or whatnot. So it gets around Mirror Force and all that. They'll activate it. If they don't know her effect, then they just waste their Mirror Force. So that's why I play her too. And then I have two Good Witch because freaking Book of Moon, which is really good a lot of the time. Like knock down your opponent's like giant monsters into face down defense position because sometimes they have terrible defense, and then boom, you can just run them over.
And you're Max, do you watch play?
No, I'm just doing a deck profile. I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Okay, so I play three Farm Girl. Some people will play her at one, and some people will play her at two, but sometimes you can get those Farm Girl OTKs out, and those are just so good. Like sometimes you got some really powerful monsters in hand. You just go up from like her to like Wicked Witch, and then Wicked Witch to Cosmo Dark Lady, and then up to like a higher ship, and just pop, attack. It comes in really handy. And I know now they're going into a more organized fashion, which is kind of funny. Whatever. I play one Sword Trooper because I don't really like to put him on the field too often since he's only 1,000 attack. And his effect isn't too good, but like sometimes you can get like, let's say you have a Dark Lady or a Wicked Witch in the graveyard, you can get her back for 500, which is kind of nice. And then you can negate monster effects or just go into attack directly or run something over by using like their effects or whatever. So I think it comes in handy sometimes. Then I run three Strawman. Because you need smaller ones to bring out your bigger ones, and then you can target one of your banished monsters for 500, which is pretty good. And then they're destroying the end phase. But if you have like a Forerunner or slip router, you can pop it into something new. So, comes in handy. So, around that at 3. And then you got your tin can. This is kind of your bread and butter of the deck here. Kind of the mitochondria, per se. Since leave it at the standby phase, pick 3 Cosmo monsters or Cosmo cards from your deck. I think it is monsters. Yeah. Yeah, Cosmo cards. So you can pick like pretty much anything. And then like sometimes, which is I think kind of funny, you could pick Strawman and then 2 other monsters, and then dump them in the grave, or like Sword Trooper or whatever, and then you could use Sword Trooper then to bring back if you're using Sword Trooper, you can use Sword Trooper to bring back like Dark Lady if you threw Dark Lady in the grave to immediately get out. Like bring Dark Lady back just for 500 life points. I don't know. There's just a lot of combos you can get with it. Sometimes like your opponent won't even think about some of your big monsters. Like if you were playing this, or like if I was playing it with Dark Planet in here, you pick that and your opponent like be like, oh man, that's a big beater. I'm gonna throw that one in the graveyard, and then you pick I don't know, like Dark Eclipse or something. And then you pick Forerunner, and then they're just gonna give you the Forerunner because they don't want you to have the 4,000 attack or the 3,000 attack. Let's be like, well, 2,800 is like the best out of all these, so they'll do that instead. So I don't know. You can get some pretty good plays off of it. All right. And then you play 3 Cosmo Town, because it's really good to get your banished monsters back and to recycle from your hand. Just really good. I don't really need to say anything more. Just Cosmo Town. Alright, so then I'm running 1 White Veil, because sometimes you could just equip this onto, you could just equip it on anything. But it'd be really nice to equip onto like Dark Eclipse or something like that. It just attacks. Your opponent cannot activate any effects until the end of the damage step. Pretty much like an Ancient Gear. But they also can't even activate hand traps, I believe. Wait. Because like here, like let me just read this card again, or like show it. So, while this equipped card or equipped monster, while the equipped monster battles, your opponent can't activate any spell trap. Oh, I guess they can't activate monster effects then. So I guess they could use hand traps. Cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. When an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, face-up spell or trap cards your opponent controls are freaking destroyed. Before it goes back. Or not destroyed, but they're negated until the end of the damage step. Even if this card leaves the field. When the equipped monster destroys a monster by battle, you can destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. The only drawback of this is that you take 3,000 damage if it leaves the field. So if they MST it or Twin Twisters it or whatever, then you're out 3,000 life points. But if you're like Forerunner on the field and stuff, so you can get some of those life points back. So I don't know. It's a fun Tekken to play in this deck. Then I play 2 half shut because you got to protect your ships sometimes. I mean, they can't be targeted by card effects, but they can still be run over, or whatnot by battle. So I feel half shot is good because you can also use it on your opponent's monsters to weaken them, like when they're attacking your big ships. So you could use this with Farm Girl, so she could get her battle damage in. So you can pay 500 from her, and then activate her effect. You can bring like Eclipser or any Cosmo monster you want to your hand. Preferably Dark Destroyer, but since I don't have it, since the person didn't send it to me, not that currently. but I mean, probably everybody else watching this who plays Cosmos has Dark Destroyer already. I just don't yet. Emergency teleport. For sometimes you might need one of your psychic monsters, or like technically, you know, probably just farm girl. But you could get like whatever, tin can, or I guess strawman if you needed it. Really handy. I was also thinking about running Ghost Ogre in this, or yeah, in this, but um, I don't know. A lot of the tests didn't really work when I tried them, like the test plays and stuff. So I don't know, because you can also grab Ghost Ogre with this if you needed to freaking do those plays. I kind of don't remember all that she does, but yeah, and then Messenger Piece, because sometimes you can stall pretty good with this because your opponent really, like, if you have other face down cards, they're gonna more want to deal with those probably. The enemy, they want to deal with the enemy they don't know rather than the enemy they know, I guess, so to speak. So a lot of the time they won't even like attack into this because they'll be like, well, I can set up my board and then do it later, which lets you really set up your board pretty good. I don't know, I might consider running it too, but I think one, it's pretty perfect right now. So I play Mirror Force as one trap, Mirror Force. Wabaku, because protects your monster from being destroyed that turn, and you take no battle damage, so, Wabaku's pretty good. And here's like a pretty fun Tekken choice I thought was kind of interesting. Half counter. So when they attack, and it doesn't target either. So like if the attacking monster is untargetable, like if you're playing a mirror match against Cosmos, this won't target their like big ships. It gives your monster can gain half the attack of the attacking monster until the end of until the end phase. So they can't run it over with like anything then, which is really nice because it's like if they attack with like a Dark Eclipse or something like that. Well, unless they have monsters in the graveyard, then they can just negate it. But let's say they don't, because a lot of the times you're probably not, especially if you're doing really good, because you're just banishing all your cards and then getting them back. So a lot of times a lot of times for me, I don't really have a Cosmo monster in the graveyard really to I'm gonna negate, which brings me to my next card. 3 Ultimate Providence. So this really comes in handy if you don't have like your Cosmo Dark Lady on the field, or if you don't have I don't know, other stuff. Well, technically it's the only negation. So if you don't have her, but sometimes you'll have these other traps in your hand. You can just throw this on the field, discard one trap to negate one of your opponent's traps, and it's like I don't know. People have played against it, just do not expect to see an Ultimate Providence in this deck. Because I don't know, I feel like enough people don't run this. I feel like it's just as good as like the Solemns. But with this, all you gotta do is discard one of the same kind, which a lot of the time for me, I've had really all the cards I need in my hand to use this. So negate like their Mirror Force, negate their monster effect, freaking destroy it, like just really good. Especially if their monster doesn't have anything to like prevent monster destruction against them. So that's pretty nice. So that's why I play that at 3. Comes in really handy. Lost Wind. Now this card is really good because it's better than Phoenix Chain. Because what it does is when your opponent, I believe, what was it? Actually, okay, they don't even have to have anything. Okay, so the only annoying thing is that you do have to target the monster, so if they're untargetable, it won't work on them. But a lot of monsters aren't really untargetable. So what this does is you target a special summon, the special summon monster, and it negates their effects and halves their attack. And then it goes to the graveyard. It's permanent while that card is on the field. While there are monsters on the field. Really good, I think, because when this goes to the graveyard, if your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, you can set this right back onto the field, just boom, and use it again. But after you use it the second time, it is banished. But it's 2 for the price of 1, and it's really good. Like this would be really good against like Utopia the Lightning, um, a lot of cards like that. Because once they summon it, you can just summon him. You can just be like, oh, I activate Lost Wind, and then halves his attack and negates his effects. So now he can't like run over anything, like your Cosmo ships or anything. I guess if you read, I feel like a lot of people play Utopia Lightning, but yeah, negate negate their effects and have their attack. It really helps out for Cosmos. And like another thing, I know a lot of people like probably hate this, but I actually play Pancratius in this too, because nobody really expects you to go into Mirror Force Dragon. And Mirror Force Dragon can come in really handy. Like I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, fucking hate Mirror Force Dragon. Only scrubs play that or whatever. I really like the card. I really loved it when I saw it in the show back in the day. It was freaking awesome. I know it was during like that, not the best season, but I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, your opponents really don't expect you to go into this. Like really in any deck probably, but I'm thinking about playing Critias at 2 and Mirror Force at 2, so I'll have 2 of them in the deck. But your opponent really doesn't expect you to go into this, so it's pretty fun. All right, well, and I'm done. That's my deck profile on Cosmos. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.